Welcome to the first of Cyberpunk New Edge's behind-the-scenes videos for episode 1. We're here with the casting crew. I don't really know how to do all this crazy shit, so we're just gonna watch the episode, do a little commentary, and then kind of go over stuff about what happened.
It, bro. We're ad-libbing it, dude.
Yeah. Essentially ad-libbing.
You get 100% raw Cyberpunk.
Exactly. It's the best way to do it, I think. So, without further technical difficulties, here we go.
What do you mean there's no exit?
Yeah, it's not gonna play the audio. That's right. 'Cause it's fucking YouTube. They stopped.
Oh, is it not playing the audio?
I can hear the audio. You can't hear the audio?
We'll make
Wait,
one.
no, I'm just stupid.
I'm working
Wait,
on it.
am I? No, wait, hold up.
Do you want me to start it over?
Yeah, let's start over. Already fucked it up,
All right.
guys. Just so everyone knows, I'm the reason why this takes so long. Everyone, yeah, I'm the fucking reason. Everyone.
It's alright.
The reason why you have to wait for Cyberpunk New Edge content is because my ass. Alright. Anyways, let's try that again.
Alright, we're ready.
I'm ready.
We're ready. Take two.
Play.
Here we go. This is all the
What do you
bloopers.
mean there's no exit?
Yeah.
Plan A went to shit. Plan B went to
Oh yeah,
shit.
I had to stand up because the chair looked ass when I was sitting in it in this scene.
We'll
So I
make
had
one.
to, I had to fucking stand
I'm
up.
working on it.
You were all in it. You were intense. It was just focus.
I was ready.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, dude, sick sound
Got it,
effect.
straight ahead. Behind the guy shooting at me?
It's
That was you and me, Falcone.
Yeah, so
We
those
had
those two extras were
That was
Lucius
us.
and I.
And then watch
This
this,
is
watch
where
this. Yeah, perfect death sequence, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
dude.
remember putting all my pads on the floor and dropping, boom, like full
Yeah,
on.
dude, I had
Both are putting
like 5 pillows
Almost
on the
done,
ground,
Shane.
and I fucking.
This was a cake.
Yeah, just dropped.
Nova. Now, about that exit.
Well,
I'd never
don't
be
know
able to
what
make a
happened
face like that again.
see, everything
That was nailed
fine,
perfect.
and then
That was nail perfect. Yeah, you did a great job with it.
What is that?
How many times? How many times did it take us to get this scene right, where we press the, where
I
you
think
press
we
the
did
fucking
about
thing?
20 takes.
Looks like it.
Can the
Yeah,
expert
because we
crack it?
reshot all of this. All
Thousand
stuff.
Eddie says
Uh,
I can.
The originals were all shot by you,
Take that back,
Raina.
Shield.
Like all of that, like
Yeah.
all the action
You're
footage
on.
and stuff we never reshot, but like all of the footage for the
Sir,
we
for
need to
the
verify
for
all
the
data and system integrity
height
from
we
the
had we
compromised
reshot
source.
and like this
Yeah,
stuff
Yeah.
too, I
I
think.
we had to redo all of that.
Everything. When we filmed this, it was so choppy from my computer. I'm glad I have the new. I'm glad I have the new processor. This was.
Yeah,
That was so bad.
What's
The
this
original
fucking
footage.
code made of?
there's the bottle.
I remember
Can't
this
seem to
scene.
get
I had to
into
redo it because the fucking bottle
That's
in
what
this
the expert-
world, like, I had to throw it like 600
The
times.
typical stuff around
That was
here is
completely
that
like
here,
off
here.
script too. That was
This?
cool. Yeah, this
Where's the
thing
bottle?
right here. There
this
you
is
go.
unlike
bud.
Yeah, I was
anything
trying
I've
to reset-
experienced
oh, yeah.
before. Some
You gotta
corporate
drop it.
cryptic
Nope.
bullshit.
Well,
Shit.
you gotta
Deep.
catch it
It's got
See
layers.
this? Yeah, no, it's
like onions.
well, wasn't part of the gig, so whatever we
layers,
got,
man.
no sense in handing it over.
I made
That's
that
awesome,
joke
exactly.
and then like and then like
So?
we kept it, but we had to
Besides our
remove
little
the onions
secret
bit. I
shots,
was
good
very
to go.
sad. Talk about how
You
many
might
takes-
need to
Oh,
restart.
no.
I'll delete
My
it.
my power went down.
Just crashed.
They
Sure
came
you know
back.
that.
It just crashed.
Copy
Yeah.
that. See you
That's the
there.
way it goes. That's how
Yeah.
that's how this goes all the time.
Mhm.
Every time, dude.
This
Alright,
was
well,
right
let's get
around the
Sebastian
same
back
time. Yeah, yeah.
All right.
All right.
Well,
let's do this
round
again.
two of-
We didn't. It wasn't a complete loss. We got some stuff. We'll just do it again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we got some. We'll just do the. I'll just do the slide intro again. All right. All right. Round 2 of this. We had an issue. Yeah, we watched it. I'll roll the footage again and we can go over it and then we'll just come back to talking.
I
So,
hacked
anyways,
the mainframe, bro. I hacked the mainframe and I crashed everybody in here. It was my ultimate plan, dude.
And
Let's
ripped
go.
Sebastian's Abby. So
It just-
we're
it just
taking
went-
everything
went dark.
We're doing the identity theft
yeah,
now.
shame on you.
It's identity theft.
We're doing identity theft.
Bro got
I've
his
moved
shit
on
clipped.
from helping a
Got his-
mercenary. Now I'm on to real crime, identity theft.
Clipped his ident.
Anyways,
All right.
so
So
fucking episode from the I guess from the fucking top.
episode. Yeah,
roll it.
roll it, dude.
It's time for the win.
What do you mean there's no exit?
Plan A went to shit, Plan B went to shit, and Plan C is canned. I will repeat myself. There is no exit.
Well, make one.
Kind of like when we're
I'm
trying to do
working
behind the
on
scenes
it.
footage.
Yeah.
Plan A's gone to shit.
Stay
Plan B's
tuned.
gone to shit.
Got it, straight ahead.
I feel so bad for shooting you so many times right there,
It's
Malconey.
the only one I
Oh,
could
there's my
make.
cat
Oh.
Aren't you
right
an
on my
expert?
chest. Hi, Gunter.
Nova.
I love how like the dialogue is for all you people out there, our dialogue is a living dialogue. So we tend to have a script,
So,
and then
how's it going?
I get involved and I fuck it
Almost
all
done,
up.
Chew.
And then and then
Great.
yeah, that's
Nova.
this is what you're seeing after me
About
fucking
that
it up.
exit.
Hey, you know what?
Well,
it ends up better
I don't
in
know
the
what happened
end
with that.
because
I'm glad.
Everything was fine, and then
this
It's
when
more
I originally
organic.
wrote the script for it, yeah, it's way more organic. 'Cause when I originally wrote the script for it, like the first draft of this was just I went back over this weekend and watched it. I actually showed it to Astral
Looks
while
like
she was
it.
over. It's bad.
Can the
It's
expert
I forgot just how bad it was. I was like, man, this would not have made it
Man.
anywhere. This should not see the light of
take
day.
that bet, Chew?
You know what's funny? I just realized that my entire back goes into
Sir,
the back
we
chair, and you
verify
can
all
see the
data
fucking
and
chair
system
popping
from
out of my
compliance
fucking
service.
armpit on
Basically
that one.
anything that might be
I never
Oh,
noticed
really?
that before. That's so funny. Yeah, like it's funny is like for all you back there, like filming that scene's interesting because like in the world, right, there is
What's
the
this
chair's
fucking
kind of
code
high, and so
made
I
of?
actually the only thing I could get was like the
Can't seem to
corner
get
of like
an
one of
inch
my
of
fucking couch chairs that's
thought
made
you
of
were the
like
expert.
wood and has like a thin veneer of
The
fucking
typical stuff
fabric on
around
it. So
here.
like there was
Yes.
a corner going up my ass the
This?
entire time.
Yeah, you
Awesome.
were not happy.
not
with it.
at
I
all.
remember you
Never experienced
complaining
this
about
before.
that.
I
quite a
bitched
bit.
about it a
Like
lot,
cricket
but you know what? Like it was
Hurts
my
me so
own.
bad.
I was butthurt. Okay, I was
Wasn't part of
butthurt.
the gig, so
You know.
whatever we got, no sense in handing it over.
Yeah,
My
you were
thoughts
violated
exactly.
by your couch.
So,
Yeah.
Besides our little secret, Shard's good
I'm
to go.
still impressed though that we did this as well as
Nova,
it did because
I'll
that
deliver and then
that
you can
fucking
count it.
flash drive was stuck
I'm sure
to
you know
your
somebody we
hand.
can talk to.
Copy
Oh, I
that.
know the
See you
fucking
there.
chip. I can't get it. It's that chip was supposed to be, able to be. It spawns in my neck, and then I'm supposed to be able to, pull it out, and have it in my hand, and then be able to do stuff with it, and then put it back. And like if I want to set it down, I'm supposed to be able to like set it down, but all of the fucking constraint stuff broke, and then now whenever if I reset the Abby, it'll spawn in the neck, and I can reach up and grab it like I should be able to. But I can't put it back. So it's just like, whatever, just...
Yeah, dude, that was interesting. Like it took us a lot of takes to try and get that the way it is, and I think we did a great job. Honestly, your ability to put that together and like make it sell the illusion, I guess, was pretty good. So great job on that, man. Because that was fantastic.
It takes playing with camera angles and just sheer
Movie
luck
magic,
of like
dude.
hoping it works. Because
Yeah.
like with the delay of like VR chat and stuff, you really have to kind of like, unless you're considering for it, like you really have to just kind of go with what feels right and stuff. And I mean, of course, like we got Legends techniques and stuff like that, and we'll slowly be working on adapting that to make everything just a little more seamless. But like, initially starting out, it's just we had that delay. We had to fight the delay. We had to fight the lag on like jumping into lines early and everything, just so it felt and flowed way more naturally than it would have if it would have just been standard VR chat dialogue of I say a sentence, 3 seconds later, response.
Response.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like I remember we were doing this and I was like, oh dude, let's just use Discord. Like let's just, because I know that the latency on Discord is a lot less, and I can just change Discord to play through my VR headset speakers and just use the microphone on my headset. Luckily, you know, I got a good microphone on my headset, so it wasn't that big of a deal. The audio quality was pretty stellar. But I remember when we were in that whole thing, our first process was, yo, okay, we're gonna run through it, and then we're gonna re-record all the dialogue in like a professional like recording setup, dude. And like I remember, you should tell them about what you had for your setup, dude. It's so fucking funny.
I had to put foam in my closet and set up the little microphone into the closet, and the microphone I originally had for it was just awful. And I bought like this long ass cable to extend it from the closet all the way to my computer and set this thing up so it was essentially a soundproof box. And then the microphone just sounded like ass. It was so terrible. Listening back to the recordings, I was just so disappointed. And I was just like, you know what? Fuck it. You know, I'm going to try this. So I tried my fucking headset, the one that I have, and because it's got like a high quality condenser mic on it, and it's really fucking good. I just started using that, and that was what I ended up recording the voice with, but I still sat in that fucking closet and just had to point myself into a corner and just like, woo!
Yeah, I was using a Yeti on a boom mic, and then I fucking like took a blanket and like basically acted like I was 5 years old and like, you know, playing imagination, and like threw it over so like it dampened all the noise and that like, and the ambient noise in my living room, dude. That was so funny.
Yeah, I think it was this scene when we were, because there was a whole lot of back and forth. There was a lot of that dialogue, and we were trying to, and yeah, there's that latency. And I think that was the point where we were like, you know what? Let's just, because I know the first thing you did was you had to do the ADR, right? Which is the recording after the fact, where you sync up. You basically reiterate the line, and then you have to sync that up with the lip movement in your editor. And so we just decided, and maybe it was episode 2, I don't remember, but that was so painful for you. I remember at one point we were like, let's just record everything in Discord. We would mute our microphones, or we would turn off avatar voices in game, so our Visums would still go, but the dialogue was like more instantaneous in that way.
Mm-hmm.
So that was
we
real
did that
painful
episode
lesson.
too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, the first one, because it was just because we didn't have a good recording setup initially, and like we didn't really think too much about that. And since Discord already has like audio filters that just help it sounds so good compared to like if we would have just recorded that elsewise. And then also, yeah, the process of like having to match like the line speed and how we were setting stuff up and everything, and then just having to match like word for word stuff. Whereas like if we do the Discord recording, like we did a little bit with episode 2, where we say the line or whatever, and all I have to do is just literally scoot the audio line just a little bit until it matches up. Like that would, I wish we would have known that in the first episode. That would have saved us. That would have saved us so much.
So much
trouble.
time.
We had so much.
So
trouble.
much time. Yeah, and because like it was even harder because we were trying to. But that scene at the very end where we like, yeah, Choom, we're cool, and we're walking down the fucking hallway, you know, like we were trying to synchronize that at first with just like hearing it through VR chat. So we had this huge latency of like trying to use audio cues to like synchronize that. And like, oh my god, once we started using Discord and integrating that into our workflow, it was, oh man, it makes things so much easier on so many different fronts,
Mhm.
man.
Yeah, it's true.
It
Insane.
really does. I find it a little funny overall that actually some of the original first draft shots stuck in through to the final run. Like the opening scene, like some of those shots and stuff like that. When we were recorded, some of those were still done by me, and
Yeah.
just thrown in there. That was during the time where we were like, oh well, I'm just gonna get all the shots that I need, blah blah blah. And then, when was it that I think I was working on the trailer actually, and I was having issue with the ledge leap in the trailer, and that was where I asked if you would help film that, and then it just snowballed from there of like, all right, we're working on the first episode, we're having trouble getting some of these shots, it's terrible, my computer's choppy, everything's really dark, can you help?
Please help me. Yeah. Yeah, because I
and then,
remember
like,
that.
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
No,
Oh,
you're
I
good.
know.
Go ahead.
I will go. There you go. Latency.
There it
We
is,
gotta love
latency.
it. So yeah, because I remember that world. It was like the cyberpunk world. It was like not the rainy night one, but it was like that. It was like a cyberpunk apartment. But that one was
Shutdown, I
really
think is the name of the world.
yeah. But yeah, I remember that one was pretty heavy, and then I remember.
Mhm.
I just remember like you were like setting yourself up, and you were doing the thing like you were doing the trick to walk through walls, right? When you open your menu so you can walk through walls, and I don't know how many times you bashed your knees. Like you were just like, oh, I felt so bad for you. Like you would
I
jump
felt
and you
more
would
bad
land
for the
on your
neighbors
knees.
downstairs.
Yeah, because you're like jumping off of like a couch or something.
It was, well, I wasn't jumping off a couch or anything like that. I was literally in my room. So I've got a floor bed. So I've got one of the Japanese floor beds, the Shikibutens. I just basically like folded it in half and then threw body pillows on top of it to give like extra cushion. And then I used my desk chair to have set for the railing height. And I set it in a certain place so that way I could get it, and I would know exactly where I needed to put my hand, like in VR space, so that I could simulate like putting my hand on the rail, jumping over the ledge, and I butchered that so many times. I did hurt myself a couple times. I think the original time that I was doing that, or I don't remember if it was the second time doing it when I actually brought you in to help with that. I actually like hurt my legs. Like I didn't do any stretches beforehand or anything like that, like a dumbass.
Yeah,
And
you were complaining about it.
yeah, I couldn't. It was difficult to walk. It sucked to go up and down. Well, no, going downstairs was easy because I could just essentially do my little bounce trick that I do going down the stairs. I just almost float downstairs. But going upstairs was terrible. Going upstairs was just pure fucking agony. And like the job I had at the time, we had to walk the building like on a constant basis. So like trying to get up and do that, I was like, I can't. I will sit here and be your loyal receptionist desking. I cannot walk around this building. Please do not make me walk.
Desking.
The desky.
That's funny.
Okay, dude, you hurt your knees and I hurt my ass, dude. You know, that's
Hey, such is the life of filming. You're gonna
Yeah.
get injured in this shit. That just happens. You do a thing, you get hurt, and then you're just like, ow, more please.
Yeah, in the next episode, when we show you guys the next episode, you're gonna definitely see like I'll mention in the spot where like I think I ran into my bookshelf like every fucking take, and like you could probably get an entire
At least
blooper
every other
reel.
take.
Yeah, an
Yeah.
entire blooper reel of me just going fuck, and just like you hear as I just like smash into something.
I'll put that song on. The dun 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 dun. That one, and just every time you impact, it's just the beat of the yeah.
Just constantly. Oh my god,
goodness.
yeah. Yeah, so it was a lot of fun. We learned a lot on the first episode, and it really helped us figure out our process. I think it really set us up for episode 2, and episode 2 took a while because that was also really a learning curve. Because we shot our ambitions. Raina's ambitions were even higher, and rightfully so. It was a great episode.
Yeah.
So when we get to that commentary, we'll talk about what we
It
learned
turned out
there.
really well. The first episode helped us establish a basis for how to do these things, and the second one taught us how to film with large groups of people.
Yeah. Oh, that's a fact.
I think the coolest thing is like when I knew that like Falcone was coming on board, like him and I had conversations previously about like film stuff that we would talk about and stuff like that, because I think in real life you used to do, I don't know what now, but I know you used to do a lot of like actual film stuff in real life a lot. And so like it was really cool because he came in and like I think that's just the first scene where you show me sitting down. You like came in here at the end and you did this like panning shot that was just really good, and I was like, oh dude, like this is it.
Oh yeah,
dude.
the little dolly shot, that low dolly shot.
It.
Yeah.
This is it, dude. Like okay, like it's coming together. Like it's ready to go. Like this is cool. So like it was cool to see the team come together because it was just kind of Raina and I at first, and then I think one other you had because you were doing some scenes with the data center scene. You had a couple of people there. So there's like 3 or 4 of us. Like 2 teams of basically 2.
Yeah.
And then like we got Falcone aboard, and then now we got Sebastian as well. It's just cool to see.
And
It's cool to see. And Etheres, Etheres is like is like the hidden fucking knight, dude. Etheres over here taking pictures all the time of what we're doing. So massive shout out to everybody. Like this is such a cool project to see come together, and it's really
let's do
heartwarming.
Let's see if we can.
Yeah.
There they are.
Get them in the shot. Look at them.
There they are.
Look at them. There they are. Oh, there's Sebastian. There's Sebastian. And then we got Etheres.
There's Etheres.
Oh, dude, shout out. Yeah, dude. Yeah, honestly, fucking cool as hell. And then this world's sick as fuck because like this. I don't think we mentioned this yet. You commissioned this world specifically from a creator, right? And like that was cool as fuck. So tell us about that. Tell us about like what happened there with this, how this actual little hideout came together.
So, I was just scrolling Twitter one day, and there's a couple of VR chat world creators that I follow, and just so happened to see Riva made a post, was like, hey, I have an emergency commission slot. I need some money to take care of some bills and stuff. I'm willing to do a VR chat world for somebody, and I just threw my hat in the ring of like, hey, I need like a small thing. So I had spent like weeks trying to find a hideout world just for this series, just a perfect one, just so we could use it for stuff. And I was struggling to find literally anything that fit the general vibe I was looking for. Like just nothing. There's a lot of like cyberpunk, like hideout hacker worlds and stuff in there, but nothing that really felt, I guess, true to the theme. So when I got in touch with Riva was like, well, I've got a bunch of people that are asking about like hangout worlds and stuff, or like home worlds that just, a bed, TV, this and that, and some of them were crazy large and stuff. And I was like, hey, here's a little like sketch of what I need. It's literally 3 rooms, a hallway, 1 room, and then the computer room. And it's just like, what else could I really need for this other than just literally just this stuff? I was like, it's just a hideout thing for filming. And Rio was like, oh shit, really? That's actually pretty cool. Well, I guess I'm taking yours. We're gonna roll with yours here. And I was like, oh shit, bet. All right. So paid up, and we went through we went through a few days of discussing like the overall feel and vibe and look of the world and stuff. Riva got a general idea of what I wanted. We had the hallway. We've got the room I'm not going to talk about just yet because we're saving that for later in the series. And then of course the main living room, hangout room, essentially whatever, the fucking computer, couch, and all this shit. It was just so much. It was so much fun, like sitting and working with Riva on designing that. I think the funny thing is like she got some neat little assets to throw around here. In fact, a lot of these are like little quick pulled assets and stuff. She had a couple things in that were like by the front like hallway or whatever that was in the little purple lights rooms. They were originally little like Asian statues that were like the stone ones that were in there and stuff that she
Oh,
got
like the
from an asset
terracotta
pack.
warriors or whatever.
Yeah, kind of like that. And I was like, I don't want those in here. And she's like, well, it fits the theme, don't it? And I was like, well, it would fit the theme if it wasn't all furry. And she was like, oh shit, yeah, hold on a second. Bloop, delete. And then it just,
Yeah.
she had to fill it with something else, and it ended up looking a lot better after the ways, because originally I think it was just like one big gate, and then she had like a couple of the statues in there, and then she set it up different to how it is now, and it just I like the look and feel of it, and I love the fucking my favorite thing about this whole world is just the lighting. Like, it's so good, it's so well done, and just you walk into this world and it feels like something right out of the Cyberpunk like universe. Yeah. It's just well established.
Yeah, she did a really good job on this world, and there's like friggin' the samurai posters on the wall, and like there's some little tchotchkes here and there that are reminiscent of that are just like homages to the Cyberpunk world.
Yeah, and the computer screen that you guys saw that I was interfacing with, they had some features for that to help us with. So that was really cool.
Yeah, getting that set up with Riva was fucking was awesome, because like I didn't want to just have to green screen cut out the computer anytime we had to show that stuff. That's a lot of work. That ends up being a lot of pain, a lot of rotoscoping, and then like you could botch that relatively easy. Yeah. Whereas if you just throw a video player onto the screen and then set up a little hideable little link player thing and then just make the video of whatever you need for the screen, just hit play.
Boom.
The only thing you have to do at that point is just sync up everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which does have a little bit of challenges when we were coming to doing it right, but like, yeah, you're right. Like, it made it look so much better because it's the actual screen projecting the image instead of you in post like throwing it on there. Right?
You don't have to fake the screen. It's just there. I can edit the video. I can edit stuff like that. Like that whole clip originally from like when you're working on the computer, the little hacking screen going through the little glitch malfunction to the little alert symbol, and then right after that, I remember it had 7 alerts because I had to set it to an off number so that it was easier to catch for timing, and then the little like boot up screen for the file, like all that stuff was like a bunch of videos that I sat and cobbled together to make that work, and I think it took me a couple hours to get that right, and then once I got it done and set up, I jumped in here and tested it, and I was like, oh shit, yeah, this is gonna be awesome.
Yeah, it was dope. It was really cool. And yeah, so shout out to Riva for sure. And I think they're coming in for a cameo in a future thing, right? Am I understanding that correctly? Cool. So yeah, you guys can look forward to seeing that and seeing them. Hopefully you can spot them. Yeah, and like they're
Keep
cool.
an eye out for a little Avali, little purple Avali.
Yeah, purple Avali, yeah. Yeah, I don't know, but you know, definitely we should link their stuff. You know, give them a shout out so that people can see their stuff and kind of get an idea of what they're capable of, because they're very talented, and I know I'm grateful for it. I really appreciate them doing this, and I mean, you paid for it, right? But you know, at the end of the day, like they definitely put their vibe into it, and it's good.
Yeah, they did. 100%.
They put their love and effort into it, and like
Mhm.
I'm thankful for Riva being willing to like make some little small changes here and there where we need them and stuff, because like
Yeah.
the chair being an issue through episode 1, since we're going to be revisiting the hideout later in the like midway and later through the series. The chair is going to be a small problem when you want to move around and get up.
Big
and stuff,
problem, but
and
now-
it's just a static object.
now we have a solution for that we were talking about. Well, don't really want to. I don't know if I can really talk about it, but
It-
you
I
it'll
mean,
save
yeah,
your
I've already
ass,
talked to
literally.
Riva about it. Yeah, yeah. Well,
yeah.
I gotta get with Riva's gonna send me the chair asset or the link to it if it was a purchased asset. I don't remember. Riva's gonna send that, and then all I gotta do is just get it set up and rigged how the ones for
the-
that one asset are, and then
Yeah.
just shoot it to you. That way
Yeah,
you
that's
can
it.
just plug it in, and then boom, the second you sit down, you can turn it on and off. There'll just be the second you sit down, there'll just the desk chair will spawn, and it moves with you.
Yeah.
And that's my favorite thing. It's just like you can move it around
actually
and not
get-
have to like.
Like
Yeah, I
you
can
roll
get
it
in
around
my
the room.
office chair. I could get in my real life office chair and just roll around, and it's gonna look like a fucking office chair. So it's gonna be really dope. It's gonna make the scenes look so much better. I'll be able to rig it to my model and make sure that there's not any clipping and stuff
clipping
like
issues.
that.
Yeah.
And like it's just gonna make it look a lot better. So really cool about that. Shout out to Riva. Thank you so much for everything you've done for us and will continue to do. We appreciate you, and you know, hopefully we'll get another commission going here soon, and we can keep going with that, dude. Keep throwing business at her way, 'cause she deserves it.
One thing I was really
Unfortunately, Riva's out of it.
Oh,
I was talking to
never mind.
Riva about a few things. She's taking a break from building the VR chat stuff right
Fair
now
enough.
because it's just she only does the world commissions when she absolutely needs the money, because it ends up being a lot of work trying
It
to
is.
trying to do that. Because I was asking about an addition. I asked about an additional world at one point, like something about the size of this, but nothing insane or anything like that. But she's like, I really only do the worlds when we're doing when I kind of need the money, because it's a lot, and it really is, because I know somebody else who does some worlds, and they've been working on like their own personal home world for like 2 years now, and it's still not done.
Oh, wow.
Jesus Christ.
So yeah, and it's not
yeah.
even that big. It's like a living room and a bedroom, and it's just Unity work is a lot. So I mean, I completely understand it.
yeah, yeah.
Absolutely.
One thing I was really happy to see, particularly with this first episode, was just the reception that it got. So it had such a
Yeah.
really positive reception, and the amount of buzz that it generated, and just the amount of people going like, "Whoa! Like this is awesome! How do I get involved?" Like, you opened a box, you know, right? Like the can was
Oh,
open.
yeah.
And now it's been a roller coaster, and in a very
Yeah.
good way, in a very positive way. So that's a really good thing to see. Who would have known there was
Yeah,
so many people who just loved the furry fandom coupled with Cyberpunk?
it's
It's like,
Cyberpunk. Like it's insane, because like the amount of people when this actually showed at Midwest Fur Fest last year, like when this actually debuted during the community showcase, like the end of it, so the first opening sequence, like when it drops the title, people lost their shit, and then it kept going, and at the end of it, they were like, "Whoa!" and lost their shit even louder, and I was just like, "Y'all really like this? Holy shit! Okay then." Like
Yeah,
I
that
was
was awesome.
seriously just giddy in my I was giddy in the seat. I was just so freaking excited, and I had a few people come up afterward and was like, "Holy shit! What the fuck did y'all make? That's insane." And then, of course, going further in with all the cameos for like episode 3 and stuff, there was, like you said, there was a box that was open for this kind of stuff, and I think it's kind of neat having such a niche little thing kind of unify a small corner of the furry fandom and the like cyberpunk fandom, because I mean, like, it's a nice little meshed piece, and there's a lot of people there's a lot of people that I've met since doing this stuff that are like, holy shit, what you guys are doing is this is so cool, like I've never seen anything like this. And I've tried searching for stuff like this. I think there's somebody who did an animation based on Cyberpunk 2077 that's like strictly Cyberpunk 2077 rather than its own thing. It just it pays a lot of homage to a bunch of stuff. And then of course there's Edge Runners, but that's not furry. So
Now we're
having
it,
something-
dude. We're the
Yeah,
furry,
having
we're the
something
furry
this niche,
addition to
it's
the
pretty
setting.
neat.
'Cause nobody wants to acknowledge exotics exist, man. Nobody wants to acknowledge it, but here we are, only exotics, bro. Like,
Hey, maybe
Up in the
maybe
game.
yeah, dude.
maybe CD Projekt Red will do it for the second one. Maybe they'll be like, all right, you guys,
Yeah,
you guys want animal
if any of
people?
if
Here's
any
your
of
animal
CD
people.
Projekt Red are listening right now. Put exotics into the game, please. Yeah.
I mean, there is that one mod, but it's not. There's not enough variety. Like,
There's not.
give me a hyena and I'll be playing it. Give me a hyena and I'll play it.
Yeah. Well, also the other great thing about that whole, speaking of CD Projekt Red, was the whole notion that their assets, or at least their music assets, are open source for people who want to use them for passion projects like this. And so
Yeah.
we're able to actually use soundtracks legally thanks to CD Projekt Red and their generous support for their community and their fan base. So that's fucking
Yeah,
awesome.
for real. Like, thank you, CD Projekt Red and your music staff, because not only did you kill it with the game, absolutely, with all the artists and stuff that you acquired, got behind the project, you allowed us to be able to use your music for things like this, because you know, part of media and stuff, you know, I think that goes overlooked a lot is the importance and significance of music. You know, imagine Star Wars without John Williams, you know, or
right.
you know, music like John Williams, right? Like, even with the new stuff, like, you can definitely tell that it's like, okay, we all know what Star Wars music sounds like. Without it, it's almost an incomplete thing. Or, you know, Lord of the Rings without you know, Howard Shore and his score. You know, it's just such an important piece. You know, and so it's really cool that we get to use it. It is.
I'm super thankful that we even get to use the music like that, because like having them be like, yeah, we're not gonna copyright strike you for passion project stuff like this. I mean, like, you're part of our fan base. We want you guys to be able to do stuff with this, and like being able to use it. Like, I'm so thankful for it, because it means like, like I don't have to search for similar stuff to try and go find all this something that fits the vibe or whatever, because like they literally made music for this vibe. It just works. It works so well. And then not only that, like how I work with concepting stuff and kind of just writing in general for things is like, music is my go-to. Music, I still say, is the purest form of creation, because you can get any mood. You can get thousands upon millions of moods from music.
Oh, yeah.
And using the music that fits into the world, that sells a theme, that sells something. Like, for instance, the opening shot, the hot open for the firefight that's going on in the middle of the facility. I'm like, having Never Fade Away initiate everything, just ba 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 ba, and it just kicks in. It's like, boom, all right, firefight's going on, shit's going down. Like, it fits that mood. It fits that heavy, like, we're in some shit going on. And then like coursing through things like listening to Trauma, and then was it Suffer Me at the end of in the final bit of it, and then the song I used for the data center scene was the song was called "The Streets Are Long Ass Gutters," and I love that song. I love the audio track so much. I ended up using it in episode 2 for the return to the data center scene, and it worked so good. And then like having the end of the first episode end once again with Never Fade Away, like continuing out this bit. It's like here's a complete thing. Like you hear the opening of the song, and at the end of the video, at the end of the episode, you hear the end of the song, and it fits and completes the episode.
Yeah.
It's like, here you go. You get your
Very well put
opening
together.
piece to everything. Music just plays so heavily into like how I write stuff, and like I will sit for hours sifting through cyberpunk or cyberpunk adjacent music, trying to find the right mood to help me write a piece, to help me write part of a script or something. Like I'm still futzing through the script for episode 3, and like it's because I can't find the right fucking music, honestly.
I'll send you some stuff that I've been listening to recently. Then maybe you'll do it.
That'll work. I'll take it. I'll take anything I can get to help at this point, because I've got an ever-growing playlist on YouTube, and I just hit play on it, and it goes, and then I'm hoping that I find something good in there.
Yeah.
I did find during the filming of the trailer, I was browsing through like the DJ mixes, where the DJs will do like themed music, and then they just throw up like an hour-long compilation of stuff to vibe and listen to. There was the track that's in the start of the trailer. Actually, I pulled from one of those DJ mixes to use for the opening shot, and it was just listening through like an hour's worth of music, and then just somewhere in the middle of it was just this awesome freaking song. I even clipped it and cut it out. I cut out that particular song and threw it on my phone just so I could listen to it while at work and stuff. It's such a good track.
Yeah.
It's such a good track, and like I love finding little niche pieces of music for this stuff, because like getting the right music really helps sell the mood, because if you put the wrong stuff in there, it's just gonna feel off. It's gonna feel weird.
Yeah.
And then you're just sitting there like, this is broke. It's just like you said, like Star Wars without John Williams, and Lord of the Rings without its fucking soundtrack, or any of the movies that are iconic without their iconic soundtrack. They just feel wrong.
They just don't hit the same. Exactly.
Yeah.
Music is very important.
100%. I see Sebastian raising your hand. You got a question?
No, I was about to say a great example is Skyrim. The Skyrim game was made because they commissioned the guy to make a music. They did the whole music of Skyrim was made before the game was made. So they gave the guy who made the music gave it to Bethesda, and Bethesda was like, fuck, okay, let me make this shit. And they made up Skyrim, and that's all like how music inspires like people just to like go ham on content creation and shit. So it's like one of the most prime examples of what you just said. That right there, like it's just like it inspires you so much to continue moving on, and like, because like for example, when I do my filming stuff and when I write my scripts and stuff, I listen to my music and I close my eyes and I can like imagine myself in like a 3D scenario of what scene I want to do just by the music itself. And then when you create it already in VR, it's even more insane. It's like, whoa, and then you get into editing and then you cry for 8 hours trying to get the tracking right, but you
Hey, don't call me out like that.
That's a fucking
God,
vibe, dude.
I know it's stressful trying to get that stuff to nail down right, or even just trying to get the audio cues to fit what you're doing and line up with the beats that you want it to do, and not have something go too long or too short, and then it's just like, well fuck, I gotta throw extra footage in here, or cut something different to fit this, or like slide this here and all this stuff, and
It's all the process, man.
it's part of the process. I think so far my track record for the episode audio work, when we're done with everything and I start lining stuff up, I think it took me 5 days to do episode 2. It took me 3 days to do episode 1. In fact, I finished 2 hours before the submission deadline for MFS Showcase, the
Oh,
extended
gosh.
deadline that they bumped a few extra days out because of
Oh.
Thanksgiving and stuff. Like, I barely got it finished in time. Like, it was
Yeah.
running through stuff.
Coming
I
down
was
to
like,
the
come
wire,
on, come on,
dude."
line this here. Come on, this, that. Yeah, it got down to the wire, and I finally hit render on the last run, saved it out, and then hit play and watched it through, and I was like, that's it. That's it. I'm done.
Submit.
I'm done.
2
Submit.
hours.
I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. I get down to those last bits, and like, while I do love the finale of editing, where it's down to just putting all the stuff in, lining it all up, making sure it flows and fits right, and doing all the draft renders, and then getting it out, watching it, making sure everything looks and sounds right, rather than listening to it inside of like Premiere and stuff, because sometimes things will freeze or get choppy, and I want to make sure
Yeah.
the video comes out right. The amount of times I have to watch something over and over and over, like, I get this deep sense of just like pride seeing the end, hitting play that last time, watching it, and then being like, that's it, it's done. It hits good. It hits good.
Yeah, it's a good feeling. It's taking pride in your work and being able to say, like, I did this thing. It's the best I could do. I put my heart and soul into this thing, and I am now setting it free to be. You know what I mean? And let others experience it. So it's a very
Yeah.
cathartic thing too.
Mm-hmm. I love everything that came from episode 1. Like, it just so much good came out of it. It was a lot of fun making. From the whole process, from concepting the initial like bit, actually not even from just concepting, like when it originally came up with the idea, it was originally supposed to be just a one-off video, and it was supposed to be what is essentially the prologue, Nomad. That scene, or that little film is going to be is actually what the original concept was for New Edge. There was no episodic series, there was nothing. It was that one video, and it was just it was originally supposed to be a fight between I and Poof. Originally, we just took pictures in an alleyway. It was a photo shoot. That's literally how it started. It was like,
I'll
oh,
be
these are
darned.
cool pictures, little sword fight and all this stuff. I still got them. I love looking back at them and being like, wow, I can't believe this is how all of this began. Was just a silly photo shoot in my, still to this day, home world. Just in a back alley with some swords, and it was
Humble
like, oh, dude,
beginnings.
you wanna make a movie? Sure, why not? And then we just started working from there, and it slowly grew into what it was, into what it was then, and the concept I still have of it. I still have the original draft all the way up until like right at the tail end of it, because we didn't finish the finale of the storyboarding, because oh my god, that one, saying that I haven't done a lot of storyboarding specifically for episode 1 and 2, and now that we're getting into it in 3, looking back, like the storyboarding for the prologue actually helped out a lot to figure out the concept and flow of the story. And like, I know I have it up here in my head, but nobody else has what's up here, so having to put it out and stuff, it makes it a lot easier to help and get those shots right and stuff. But also just in general, of like, instead of concepting 30 different shots and having us run lines, like run the lines a couple times and then just throw the audio clip in and put pictures of stuff in places and be like, all right, how does this flow? Does this work for what I'm trying to do? and having to do that for episode 3, I'm glad we're doing it, because oh my god, the afterlife scene is so much work.
Yeah, that is. We talk about it being ambitious. That was folks. If you thought episode 2 scene in the dance club was something else, we got something for you coming.
We got something for you in episode 3, dude.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
I'm excited, but also every day I look at the filming schedule and go, yeah, we're doing more cameos, or we're doing draft shooting. I'm shaking in my fucking paws, yo. I'm just like, uh-oh, here we go again.
This, I could see after you're editing and you're all done with episode 3 and we're ready to, do the premiere. I can see, like, if we're to fly in Raina's bedroom after she's done pressing that last publish, I can just see she'd be in the corner, like, just.
Well, I'm gonna curl up in the closet and hold my Shido plushie and just cry.
I'm done.
It's done. It's done. Episode 3's done. I'm so like, not. I'll cut this out. Well, I think that's it for this. It was fun shooting the shit and going back to the fucking first episode. And just reminiscing about what was damn near a fucking year ago when we started this. A couple weeks, and it'll be a year since we started. Since we started doing this, because we started filming last August and finished in fucking November.
Yeah, it was a couple months after Ferality, because we met shortly after Ferality, and then I think we started working on it shortly after I got back from my trip, and that's when we started. Yeah, that's crazy, dude. Oh my god, years flown by. Way too much shit has happened.
1 year down.
Time flies.
We only have 2 episodes. 2 of 13.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
Hey, if we got paid for this, it'd be a lot easier to do. We could just focus on it. But
if we had a production budget, we'd have people breathing down our necks, going, "All right, you're behind production, Raina, director. What's going on?" There'd be a lot more pressure. But,
at that point,
we'd be able to do it 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week.
Yeah.
Just dedicated.
If anybody wants to sponsor us to finish the series faster, please do.
Anybody wants to throw some money at us, I can quit my job.
I'd kill for $1 million. I'd kill for $1 million. We could just power film it, just done.
A small
but
loan
also,
of $1 million.
I do want to say that, like, even though it does take copious amounts of time, like 3 months with episode 1, 5 with the second episode, and then however long 3 is gonna take. Like, I do love all of the process, even like the slow bits and stuff. As agonizing as it is, and as much as I want to sit and work on editing and footage and do all this stuff, that's just me. I don't think anybody could really keep up with the pace that I want to go at. I don't know if I could keep up with the pace. But like, I would love to just, I love the whole process. I love going through it, working on it step by step, piece by piece, and seeing it just slowly go from like this opened puzzle box to a complete puzzle. Like, it looks so good in the end, and it really feels good hitting that last little bit and just going, this really is like a project full of passion and love. Like, just there's so much care goes into it, and it's not dedicated to a production budget or somebody else who's sitting with a timer going, all right, you have X amount of time to do this stuff. Get on it.
Time is money. Hurry up. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's just all for love and just enjoyment of essentially a budding genre. Like, it's fun.
Let's not forget the throngs of fans who are just screaming every time that the new episodes come out. Like, there's a lot of people who are very excited about it, like the Ferality this year. with episode 2. I mean,
That was
Yeah,
so.
I mean, there was
but we
I
can talk
think a
about
lot
that
of
at the
people
next
were
one. Anyway, yeah.
Yep.
Tangents.
Tangents.
Yeah. Anyways, for real this time.
This is what
where
happens when
gonna
we're
call
filming
it.
too, folks. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you see why episode
Yeah.
2 took 5 months. All right, so.
Yeah.
we started talking about
This
FWA
happens.
and sorry.
we get we get into these things. We get into these
Yeah.
things. It's fun. It's fun though, but it's just
It is
it's
fun.
entertaining because we get
It's a good
excited
time.
about it, and it's just like
Yeah.
Lots of passion.
It's
Anyways.
contagious.
it really is. So that's it, folks. Thanks for joining and watching the amalgamation of madness that is is behind the scenes. Maybe it'll be a little more fluid next time. Probably not. This is us
Yeah.
not serious.
We
It's
give
like
it- we
this
give it-
normally. This is all the time.
Yeah.
Take one, the raw take, bro. Yeah. So thank you guys again for supporting us and just having interest in it. It really means a lot. Like, I know for me, it's been a hell of a ride. I've enjoyed working on this project immensely, and it just really warms my heart to see people enjoy it as much as we do making it. So,
Yeah.
tune in. We got episode 3 coming out here pretty soon. We'll do another episode 2 feedback and live react. And yeah. Falcone, you got any end words, closing statements?
Hold on to your hats, folks, because if you thought episode 2 was something else, there's more. There's a lot more where that came from.
Oh yeah, dude.
I'm terrified.
Episode 2. Oh. All right. Have a good one, guys.